This video was brought to you by the Hinsdale Police Department, featuring officers Haley O'Connell, Will Thompson, Anna Wolf, and Nate Stapleton. Hi, my name is Will Thompson, and if you're sitting in this room right now, you've got what it takes to be a policeman. Before we send you out in the real world, we want to let you know the people have a lot of rights, and we don't want you breaking those rights. So in this short clip provided to you by the Hinsdale Police Department, we're going to show you a couple of incidents that have gotten cops in a sticky situation. The next 5 clips are depictions of some well-known Supreme Court cases that have become law. It is common for police to break these laws, and that's why we want you to pay attention as we show our first clip. Police stopped Robert Lidster at a checkpoint set up to find information about a recent hit-and-run accident. Lidster was arrested and later convicted for drunk driving. Lidster successfully appealed his conviction to the Illinois Appellate Court. It relied on the U.S. Supreme Court's decision in Indianapolis v. Edmond holding that a checkpoint is unconstitutional if its only purpose is to uncover ordinary criminal wrongdoing. The Illinois Supreme Court affirmed.
What's the holdup, officer? I have to be at work.
We're investigating a traffic stop, so the wait will just be a little bit longer.
How much longer?
About 30 minutes to an hour. You'll be on your way in no time.
Oh my god.
Should police be able to question motorists about a past accident? In the Supreme Court case from the year 2000, the police set up a roadblock to investigate a hit-and-run accident involving a bicyclist. Lidster, intoxicated, almost hit a police officer when approaching the roadblock, where he was then arrested. The Supreme Court ruled in a 6-3 vote that the police may not conduct a roadblock for general crime control. That, however, is not the only roadblock-related law. The people of America hate roadblocks, and the court listens. Let's take a look at our next case. In 1998, the city of Indianapolis began to operate vehicle checkpoints in an effort to interdict unlawful drugs. At each roadblock, one officer would conduct an open-view examination of the vehicle. At the same time, another officer would walk a narcotics detection dog around the vehicle. Each stop was to last 5 minutes or less, without reasonable suspicion or probable cause. Both James Edmond and Joel Palmer were stopped at one of the narcotics checkpoints. They then filed a lawsuit on their behalf and the class of motorists who had been stopped or were subject to being stopped, alleging that the roadblocks violated the Fourth Amendment and the search and seizure provision of the Indiana Constitution. The district court denied a request for a preliminary injunction, holding that the checkpoint program did not violate the Fourth Amendment. The Court of Appeals reversed.
This is a roadblock. There's been a murder in the area. I'm going to search your vehicle.
What? That's ridiculous. You don't have to search my vehicle.
Yeah, I do. I'm going to do it. Oh, look what we have here. A rifle. What is this? You're going to jail.
It's a hunting gun.
Well, you're going to jail.
What items do you think a police officer can set up a roadblock to look for? Also in 2000, the Supreme Court ruled in 6-3 that the police officers may not conduct suspicionless searches when conducting roadblocks, specifically when using drug-sniffing dogs. So remember, when you are conducting a roadblock, make sure it's for a driving crime like DUIs. Also keep in mind that you need a specific predetermined place, a pattern to stop cars, and a specific crime or item to look for. Next, we move on to routine traffic stops. After stopping him for speeding, an Iowa police officer issued Patrick Knowles a citation and conducted a full search of his car without probable cause or Knowles' consent. When his search turned up a pot pipe and some marijuana, the officer arrested Knowles on state drug charges. Knowles challenged these on grounds that because he was not arrested at any time prior to the search was unconstitutional. On appeal from the consecutive adverse rulings in lower courts, the Supreme Court ruled in Knowles' favor. Hello, ma'am. Do you know why I pulled you over today?
No, officer.
Well, you didn't have your turn signal on back there, so I'm gonna need to write you a
shoot.
ticket. Yeah. I'm also gonna need to search your car.
What? That's ridiculous.
No, it's okay. I just need to look for some illegal substances. Woo! Would you look at that? Christmas came early for someone. Woo! You're going to jail, girl.
That's not mine.
Come with me. You're done here. Do you think the officer has the right to search the car so long as the suspect has a record of driving-related crimes? In this 1998 Supreme Court case, the justices voted unanimously that the police officers may not search a car for a routine traffic stop. So when pulling over a motorist, make sure you have probable cause if you search a car. However, if you don't have probable cause, just bring a drug-sniffing dog. During a routine traffic stop, a drug detection dog alerted police to marijuana in Roy Cabayas' car trunk. An Illinois court convicted Cabayas of cannabis trafficking. Cabayas appealed and argued that the search violated his Fourth Amendment right to be free from unreasonable searches and seizures. The state appellate court confirmed the conviction. The Illinois Supreme Court reversed and ruled the police performed the canine sniff without specific and articulable facts to support its use, unjustifiably enlarging the scope of a routine traffic stop into a drug investigation.
You know why I pulled you over today?
No, I don't, officer.
You don't have your seatbelt on. I noticed when you drove past.
Shit!
You know that's illegal, right?
I'm so sorry, officer. Is there any way you can let me off?
I don't think I can. By the way, you're looking a little bit suspicious. You might have to get my drug-sniffing dog.
Oh, no, that's no need for that. I've never done drugs ever.
Yeah, well, you're acting pretty belligerent. So, that's the way things are.
Officer,
We'll be
please.
back in a moment.
A few moments later.
We just found 2 pounds of coke. We're gonna have to take this guy in.
How much time do you think the officer has until the traffic stop becomes prolonged? Ruled 6-2 in the 2004 case, the court ruled that so long as the traffic stop was not prolonged, an officer may use or radio for a drug-sniffing dog. Our final clip wraps up arrests by reminding you what to do while making an arrest. The court was called upon to consider the constitutionality of a number of instances, ruled on jointly, in which defendants were questioned while in custody or otherwise deprived of their freedom in any significant way. In Virginia versus New York, the petitioner was questioned by police, made oral admissions, and signed an inculpatory statement all without being notified of his right to counsel. Similarly, in Westover versus United States, the petitioner was arrested by the FBI, interrogated, and made to sign statements without being notified of his right to counsel. Lastly, in California versus Stewart, local police held and interrogated the defendant for 5 days without notification of his right to counsel. In all these cases, suspects were questioned by police officers, detectives, or prosecuting attorneys in rooms that cut them off from the outside world. In none of the cases were suspects given warnings of their rights at the outset of their interrogation. What's that over there? Hey there, ma'am. What were you doing there?
Nothing.
You smoking a marijuana joint?
Nope.
Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take you in for some questioning, okay?
I know you were smoking pot today. Might as well just confess now.
Okay, fine, I did it.
I knew it! I knew it!
In this 1966 case, the court voted 5-4 that a police officer must inform an individual of his or her rights if being detained and questioned. Should the police officer have told the suspect of her Miranda rights at the scene of the crime or at the station? So remember, read detainees their Miranda rights. It's very important. We at the Hinsdale Police Department hope you learned a lot today. Now, get out there and go arrest some Hinsdale Central students.
La da 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 la da da la da 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 la da 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 la da da